Lights are out and there's time to ignore and pray. Just another day. Lights are out and there's sweat on your embrace. Just one other thing I did.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of the Foundation Friday series. Yes, I am so excited to share another foundation with everybody, and it's none other than the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I've been getting a lot of requests from people asking me to review this foundation, and I've been pretty intrigued as well. I've been pretty curious to try out this foundation as well because I've heard a lot of things from my friends and from reading online. My interest was piqued, so I wanted to try it out. So recently, Sephora Malaysia was having a 20% sale, and I happened to be in Sephora at that time. And given the currency conversion plus the 20% discount, I got this at a pretty good deal. It retails in Singapore for $61. I got it for $45, which is a pretty good deal. It also retails online on the Sephora website and on the Too Faced website for US $39. So if you have friends overseas, or if you have a way to bring it in, get it online. The price is cheaper and the shade range is much wider. So coming to that, my pet peeve with this foundation was trying to get my foundation matched. And when I went to the counter, there were only 2 dark shades, like legit 2 dark shades. There are 9 shades available in Singapore and Malaysia. And out of the 9 shades, there were 2 shades that were dark. The first 7 shades were like super pale to dark pale. No, seriously, I'm not joking. And then the 2 colors that were a bit darker were honey and caramel. So I had to take caramel, which is still a bit too light for me. I would think just a smidgen too light. It's not like the perfect match for me, I would say. But I still got it because I could work with it, and it wasn't like too much of a difference that I wouldn't buy it. So I got it to try it. So as I said, in Singapore and Malaysia, there are only 9 shades available, but in the US, there are 18 shades available for this foundation. So yes, 18 shades. They have 4 shades above caramel, which is the darkest color here, that are darker than this. So darker skin tone girls have more variety to choose from compared to here. So I am a bit disappointed with Sephora Singapore and Malaysia for not bringing in those darker shades. It's not as if the brand doesn't carry the darker shades, it's just that Sephora is not bringing those shades in, and I'm really unsure why, because Singapore and Malaysia is like a melting pot of races and cultures, and we have people from all over the world staying here and with so many different types of skin tones. And I'm sure there are people who are darker than me who also need foundation, right? I really hope they bring in darker shades of the foundation, not only for Too Faced, for a lot of brands that have darker shades of their foundation available in the US, but not here. And don't even get me started on the drugstore availability. Every time I walk into a drugstore and I look at the foundations, I'm just like, everything is so white. It's not even funny. Like, I'm really happy for my pale friends and my lighter skin tone friends. I'm really happy for them that they are able to choose from this wide range of shades that they have. But come on, think about us girls. Like, you know, us darker skin tone girls, we like foundation, we like to wear makeup. Hello, make up your ideas. So this is a standard 1 fluid ounce bottle. It comes in a nice frosted bottle like this with a pump, which I really appreciate. So what it claims to be is an undetectable medium to full coverage foundation that is oil free. Basically, what this foundation is supposed to do is to be like your own skin but better. So it's not going to be very heavy or anything, which I do find that this foundation is not. It's very lightweight. So let's move on to the application so you'll see how this foundation works. Let's go! Okay, so let's just start. Today I'm going to prime with my Becca Evermatte Priming Perfector Primer. So I'm just going to put this on today. I have a new mirror! No more using palettes. I know, right? How advanced. So this is 1 pump of the foundation. And as usual, I'm going to do half the face first, just to show you for comparison. Okay, so I've done half the face. It does provide good coverage, I would say. It's not super full coverage. It is quite a natural coverage. a natural finish as well. It's not super matte, it's not glowy, but I think it sort of settles as my own skin, which I think is what they were trying to accomplish with this foundation. It doesn't cover up my marks completely. I can still see them showing through over here. Um, but yeah, the finish is very natural and very everyday. I think this is something that you would want to use on a daily basis, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face first. Okay, so this is only one pump of the Born This Way foundation. As you can see, it is pretty even. Like I feel like my face has evened out quite a bit, but the marks are definitely still showing through. I can definitely see it in the mirror, and I'm sure as the day goes by, it's going to show even more. As for the finish, it is a bit tacky to the feel, but I don't feel it on my face at all. I have to say that this foundation is very light. As I go on with my day, I usually don't have that cakey foundation feeling when I'm using this foundation, so that's very good. The only thing, if I am being super picky, is the color is a bit off. Like, it is just maybe 1/4 shade too light. Like, yeah, and that's my only like pet peeve with this foundation is the shade range here. So I'm gonna go with another pump of the foundation just to see whether it does provide a fuller coverage and whether it builds up nicely. I'm just gonna apply it to the areas that I think I need more coverage, which is where all my spots are. Now the thing about me is I hate using concealer, so I try to use a foundation that covers everything up, and I don't have to go in with extra product. I hate the feeling of like a lot of product on my face, so yeah. So this is better. I feel 2 coats, not really 2 coats, I just dabbed on where I needed some extra coverage and I sort of blended it in. It does build nicely, it doesn't like separate or anything. Yeah, so yeah, this foundation is how it looks like after 2 coats without any concealer or powder yet. So I'm gonna go finish off my makeup and I'll be back. And yes, so this is my face after I've already set it with powder and done the rest of my makeup. And so you can see I've settled the lighter foundation problem with some powder and bronzer and everything, so it doesn't look as bad. I do like this foundation because it is very lightweight. I don't feel it on my skin at all. I have used this foundation for a few weeks already, so even though I'm not going to do the check-ins with you today, I will let you know it is not oil free. You do get oily after a while. It is not as mattifying as I would hope it to be. I think I would give it like maybe 4 hours before my face becomes a bit oily, like especially my T-zone and my cheek area. I do feel it getting oily, but it doesn't separate, so the foundation doesn't like you can't see it lifting off your skin, so that's still good. The coverage wise, after a few hours, as I say, after 4 hours or so, when it starts to get oily, I do see that the spots do come through a bit more. Again, everybody's skin is different. Like, even though you might have oily skin and marks similar to mine, this foundation might work for you. So I'm letting you know how it works for me. This Bubbles always wants to be in my videos. So this foundation isn't for you if you want a foundation to cover up everything and not use concealer or anything. If you just want a foundation to do it all, I don't think this foundation is for you. If you have really great skin and you have no spots and you don't have oily skin, this is a great foundation for you, I would think. I'm speaking purely from an oily skin perspective and a person who has scars that they want to cover. I would recommend it for a day foundation if you're looking to try it out. So I really hope Sephora Singapore brings in the darker shades for my darker skin tone sisters out there. I mean, it is a great foundation to still try out, and I'm just a bit upset that we can't get the foundation colors that we want easily. We have to resort to buying it online, and sometimes you have to guess your foundation color. So yeah, I hope that there will become a day where I just walk into any drugstore or Sephora and then there's like a whole range of shades for me to try. One can dream. So my final thoughts on this foundation is, if you're looking for a light, clean foundation that offers you medium to full coverage based on your skin type, go for it. Like, try it out. It is really light. I really do appreciate the fact that it's very light and clean feeling. I do like using this foundation when I'm going out to run errands or when I'm going to be indoors most of the time. Yeah, I reach for this foundation more. And that comes to the end of today's video. I hope you've liked this review of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Do let me know what other foundations you would like me to review for this Foundation Friday series, and I'll see whether I can get my hands on them. Till then, I wish you a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!